You're not going to die. You're not going to die from expired global blend, I promise. Hey, everybody. Okay, I'm going to try to rig this up a second without messing up all of her Easter stuff. So I'm over at Taylor's house because Garrett had a ball game, and I got to the ball game and the weather shifted and it was freezing. The wind started blowing. It was freezing. So she had the princess and Drayton there. So I took them back to her house and waited for her to get home. And I didn't have time to get home to do the training. So that's why I'm here. So I know y'all are just like, it's weird. So, but I am really excited about tonight. And I don't know if you saw the flyer that, I love you too, babe. I don't know if you saw the flyer that Jan did tonight, but the name of our training tonight is One Word Can Change It All. That's what I'm going to talk to you about up here, that mindset that you have. And how are you talking? How are you talking to yourself? How are you talking to your team? Because one little word changes everything that you think. So it's hard to believe that it's already at the end of March. I don't know if y'all can believe it, but my Lord, seems like the older I get, the faster all the days go. But we're already at the end of the month, and it's the 25th, but the month is far from over. It is. We've got a lifetime in singular land for this month to be over. So, and I don't care if you haven't signed up one person this month, you're still not too far away from your goal to get to it with what we have left. So my question is, where are you in your head? Because that's what's going to make the difference, not the days that we have left. It's what's up here. Is it, oh my gosh, I need 5,000 points and I only have 7 days, or oh my gosh, no one is answering me. We've only got 7 days left, and all I'm getting is crickets. No one's asking for information. This is never going to happen. My team's not going to work. I can't do this. Judy hit manager and I haven't. She's better than me. Why? You know, do you get that in your head? Do you get in your head sometimes and start doing all that stuff? Well, this is what I want to tell you. Stop it. Get out of that mindset right second, because that is a goal squasher with a capital S. So when you start that negative talk, self-talk, because everybody else believes in you, but when you get in your own head, that's what kills goals. That's what kills everything. You've got two choices, okay? You can change one word and everything will change. Do y'all know what that one word is? If you think you know what that one word is, put it in the chat, because I've said it many times since we've been on this thing already, this training already. Let's see if anybody knows. Nope. So far, I don't see it. Nope. You want to know what the word? It's a 4-letter word. And that word is only. There we go. Only. So you can say we only have 7 days left, or you can say we still have 7 days left. That word changes everything. Y'all, I have seen people do the impossible on the last day of the month, and we still have 7 days left. The month that I hit director, I had 2 days left in the month at the time that I hit it. And we, as a team, we decided to see what would happen if we kept going. And in 2 days, we ended up hitting silver director. So my team got another 10,000 points in 2 days, when it took us 29 days to get 20,000. We got 10 more thousand points in just 2 days. And guess what? You still have 7 days left in this month. So I've seen people hit their quick start bonus in 4 hours, and you still got 7 days. I've seen people get to manager in 1 day, and you still have 7 days. Do y'all hear me? You still have 7 days, not I only have 7 days. You still have 7 days. And if you decide that you want it and you decide to work for it, there is nothing that's going to stop you if you get out of your own way. And if you help your team get to their goals, guess what? you're going to get to yours, but I've got 7 things since we on the 7 kick. I got 7 things tonight that's going to help you max out the month end. Okay. You cannot let fear keep you in the same place as you are right now. You've got to step out of your comfort zone. You got to be bold and you got to be brave and you got to go to work. But if you just sit there and you don't do anything because you think everything's is too late for you, then you're not going to, it's not going to happen. If you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. Do y'all hear that? If you think you can, then you can do it. If you think you can't, you're not going to. That's plain and simple. So you're going to have to get out of your own way, get out of your own head. Okay. So number 1, and we talk about this all the time, but it's still happening every single day. Stop telling yourself that you can't. That's what this whole thing is about. Stop telling yourself that you can't do it. Stop thinking that your downline is way too far away, that they can't do it. Stop. You've got to start pouring belief into yourself and start pouring belief into your team, and you're going to see the magic happen. You got to get your team fired up, but you got to remember this. And this is something that a lot of people forget. We focus so much on our team and we forget about us. And you cannot pour from an empty cup. You can't give other people something that you don't have enough of yourself. So if you're empty, you need to find someone to fill up your cup. You've got to find somebody to help you get excited about the possibilities of what is going to happen for you. You've got to help find somebody to help you replace the negative thoughts with the positive ones. And then once you get yourself filled up, once you get that person to pour into you and to pour that belief into you and to get you out of that place that you don't need to be in, then you can pour into your team. And then you can watch the magic happen. Number 2, I could do a whole training on that. So I'm going to stop because I would keep going and going, because that's my favorite thing in the whole world to talk about is mindset, because that is half the battle. And I'm not even kidding. Half of the battle is getting out of your own way. And we self-sabotage ourselves so many times. And that's one thing I've trained on so many times is the only limits are the ones that we put on ourselves. Nobody else puts limits on you, just you. So you got to get out of that headspace, and you've got to surround yourself with positive people who are going to pour belief into you, so then you can turn around and pour it into others. So number 2, this is really hard for people, and it was really hard for me at the beginning, but you've got to go live. Who just freaked out as soon as I said that? Did anybody just freak out as soon as I said you've got to go live? Because let's start with your personal page, because how long has it been? How long has it been since you've gone live on your personal page? I know Jan and Greg go live all the time on their personal page, and they remind me to do it. So have you talked about how you found the magic sauce to lose up to 15 pounds in 8 days? Are you still, that's still our tagline if anybody forgot. Our go-to is lose up to 15 pounds in 8 days. So just because we got the GLP-X doesn't mean we're going to lose the what got us here, got us all this far. But are you still talking about that? Are you being real with people? Are you talking about where you were before you decided to order, how your life has changed since, how the income has helped you, paying for gas or paying for groceries or going on a vacation or taking your family to dinner or paying for I can't even talk. Paying for braces, paying for ball game stuff. I mean, my Lord, I can't even tell you. I am shocked by how much it costs for a 6-year-old to play baseball. Oh my Lord. It's crazy, y'all. She's got a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I'm blown away by how much they charge these babies to play ball. And they can't even play. I'm not lying, y'all. But it's T-ball and they charge it. So can you imagine, like, mamas? That's got to be a strain on families right now, because all the dues are coming due. And let's see. Okay, so when you do it, when you go live, keep it short and simple. Speak from your heart, because people can see through the bull. They really can. So go live and talk about yourself. And this is one thing that I have found over these years is People do not want to be sold to, but they sure are nosy about what you're doing. So if you talk about yourself and don't try to sell something to them, talk about how losing up to 15 pounds in 8 days changed your life. Talk about how that phrase changed your life. What made you decide to order? What made how it's changed your life since you ordered? How the income has changed your life. Talk about you, because that's where it's going to connect to somebody. Go live in your customer page. I don't know. I know my team has a customer page. Let them know if they haven't ordered in 6 months that we can help them get started again. And I don't think it's different now, but it was at that time. And I sign them up anyways. If they hadn't ordered in 6 months, I'm signing them up. Let's see. Talk about the business opportunity in your customer group with your customers. Go live in that customer page, or go live on your own page and talk about how you're looking for business partners. Go live in your testimony group. That's one that a lot of people don't do a lot. Talk about the same thing. Talk about, and when you're doing that, let me just tell you something. When you're talking in your testimony group, you want to always say, get in touch with the person who added you to this page, or comment, and we will get you connected with that person. Do not use the words I, me, my, or mine. When you're going live in that testimony group, you say we, our, ours, because you talk as a team. Even though it's your personal story, we are excited about what this has done for all of us. You talk for the team when you're talking, but put your story in there as well. Again, keep it short, keep it sweet, create the curiosity, have them comment to get information. And when you're live, this is why you go live, because when you're typing and you're texting, people are reading words. When you're live, they are connecting with a real person. They can see your feelings. They can see your emotion. They can see what, your excitement. They can see your conviction. They see it all over you. So when you're going live, you are actually connecting with a person one-on-one. And it's so funny because I have been out in public so many times, and I have people, and I've got my husband trained at this point. Because if I'm with my husband, you always want to introduce the person who comes up and hugs you and acts like they're your best friend. But most of the people I don't know, because they know me because I'm in their living room, I'm in their car, I'm in their bathroom, I'm in their kitchen, I'm anywhere that they can take their phone. So they know me because I go live all the time. They know me, but I don't know them. So I've got my husband trained to say, hey, I'm Kevin. And I'm like, I'm so sorry I didn't introduce you. And I'll wait for them to say I'm so I'll know who they are, so I don't feel stupid. But it's just, that's the power of going live. And my favorite story, and I'll tell you this really quick, is when Taylor was in the hospital. And I may have told y'all this before, but I'm going to tell it again because it's my favorite story about going live and what the power of it is. So Taylor was in the hospital in labor having Garrett, my first grandbaby. And y'all know, I had been on live talking about that grandbaby coming. I'm just so excited. And so I had left her to go out to the waiting room to get my sister to come back in, because she was hours away from giving birth. So, you could have people in. This is way before COVID. And so I went and got my sister. And as we were walking back through the hospital to go back to Taylor's room, across the hall, I hear somebody say, Melissa, just scream it. And I'll turn around and she's like, is Taylor having her baby? And I was like, yeah. She's like, we're going to be grandmas on the same day. She's like, and I can't remember her daughter's name. So it's her favorite too. And she comes up and we just hug. And I was like, I'm so excited for you. She says, I'm so excited for you. And we just hug. And she finally goes to her room, and me and Amy, my sister, go towards Taylor. And my sister's like, who is that? I was like, I have no idea. To this day, I have no idea who that was. And it was just like, that's the power of you going live and people getting to know you. You become their friend. And guess what? People buy from people they trust. So if you're going live and you're being vulnerable and you're putting yourself out there, and it doesn't have to be about Singular. Y'all, I went live all the time about building my house. I go live about these grandbabies. I go live about my sunsets. I go live about my dog. I go live about church. I mean, all these things. I post and I put myself out there, and Zingular gets thrown in a lot, but it's not everything because I want people to see me for me. You know, I want them to get to know me so that they trust me and that they buy from me. So that's the power of going live. Okay, number 3, you have to follow up with your active customers about the business, even if they have said no 10 times, even if they have said no 50 times. You have to keep following up with your customers. This economy is changing every single day and not for the better. Tell them you want to help them. They don't know what they don't know. One of the things that I put out there is I usually just say, you're eligible for a $200 bonus. Do you want me to help you snag that? That's it. You wouldn't believe how many people I have had say yes because of that. And I tell them, we need 5 people to buy the same thing that you bought. If they bought a bundle, if they bought 1 bottle of XR of GLPX, I say we need 100 people to buy a bottle. I don't know how many. I'm just kidding. But it's much easier with the bundles. That's what I'm saying. So if they bought a bundle, you need 5 people to buy the same thing that they bought, and that pays for their products. Did y'all know that? If you add it up, it doesn't matter what it is. If you add it up, that pays for their products. If they ordered an X Plus or X Advance and they get 5 people to do that, they just made money. They just got into profit. So that's how I do it. Let me see. I got notes. Y'all know I don't ever read it. Keep it simple again. This is one thing too. If they say no, again, every time they say no, ask them to do you a favor. Do you mind putting this post on your wall and tagging me? I'm trying to get this word out, and I have got to have people help me. And you are doing so good on these products. I know you love them. Yes, Gut Collective is a bundle. So just ask them to post. People are so much more willing to do something for somebody else than they are for themselves, and I don't know why. So there's tons of sample posts and boards. So, and if you guys will help me keep people muted, that'd be awesome. Y'all know I get squirreled and I get off track. So follow up with them. It took me, oh gosh, I don't know how many times they called me and I said no. I told Lacey Friend that if she asked me to share this one more time, I was going to send my kit back. I didn't know who she was at the time. I didn't care. I wasn't going to sell this stuff, but they just kept doing it. They kept calling me. They kept dripping on me, planting those seeds. And that's what eventually is when I got that first paycheck in my hand, is when I was in, when I was like, oh God, that's real money. Because I really didn't think it was going to be real money or enough money to make it worth it. But y'all know what it is. Okay. Number 4, follow up with your customers about your subscriptions. And right now, one of the things that I did today, and there is a script for this in boards, is I sent a message to every single person on my downline whose subscription did not process this month. And it just says, oh no, something must have happened. Hang on, I'll read it to you so y'all have the exact verbiage. And it says, and if y'all are, I don't know, I'm sure everybody's got it in their boards. Okay, it says, oh no, something happened and your subscription order didn't get through. Can I help you with that? I do not want you missing or losing those reward points. And would you believe, and I looked it up after, because I just did it today, and already I have 48% of the people who responded. And most of them said they pushed it out. Most of them said they ordered through the shopping cart, so they pushed it out. One girl said, oh my gosh, I didn't know it didn't go through. And she said, how much is it? I helped her call customer service. We found out, and she gave them another credit card right there. She did not have enough credit on that credit card to cover it. She had no idea. So I got extra points. It was a Gut Collective, y'all. I got 175 points just because I made that phone call or I sent that message. And I did it through Project Broadcast, so it went to their text messages. So that is absolutely huge. Your subscription report is a gold mine. If you would go in there and look at it, it is an absolute gold mine, especially those unprocessed points. That should be a no-brainer. The active with no subscription report, that is a great way for you to contact people and start building those relationships, because you're giving them something. You're like, I just got this report and your name was on it. I had no idea you were not taking advantage of our rewards program. Please let me help you set that up. Since you're ordering anyways, you may as well get free products out of it. That's it. I mean, people are going to say yes or no, but what if they all say yes? I mean, look at how much more subscription volume we'll have. The other thing is there is a report in your distributor dashboard, and it's under the subscription reports, and it'll tell you how many reward points they have. I think it's rewards. I think it's called rewards, isn't it? It's a rewards report or something. It will tell you how many reward points every single person in your downline has. Do you have any idea how thankful these people would be if you called them and said, oh my gosh, girl, you got 500 points. You can go and get you an X Plus right now for free, just for the tax and shipping. I mean, that is a great way to build relationships right there and get them on the phone. And then when they're on the phone and they're going to buy that X Plus, say, you also know you're eligible for $200 for free too, right? You see how easy that is? There you go. So subscription reports are huge. It's going to help you with your volume. It's going to help you with your monthly volume and to retain customers, which is our goal, and to be able to flip them to partners, which is our even bigger goal. Okay, let's see. Number 5, reach down, because we rise by lifting others. Your new partners don't know what they need. And some of your partners that have been with you a while don't know what they need. So calculate how much that they need to get to their goal and help them break it down. And oh my gosh, Julie, you are only 3 people away from earning $100 bonus, and you're not far away from hitting your first rank of manager. Who can we talk to today that needs this? How many people can you get? Can you get me 3 people on the phone today? Be available and give your time to the people who deserve it and who are working. So when you reach down to your team, shout them out, encourage them, tell them when they tell you what they want, find out what their goals are. It's your job. You should know what every single person on your front line, you should know what their goals are. And you should know what they're working towards. And you need to go in and I usually get on the phone with my people, and I again build those relationships, talking to people. But if you know what they're shooting for, if they are shooting for a quick start bonus, just keep going. You got 3 more, you got 2 more, you got 1 more, and then tell them, just bring me the people, we'll talk to them. And the more people you talk to, the better chance that that you have of reaching that $100 bonus. So keep encouraging them. And then if they hit the first $100 bonus, do not stop. Help them get another 500 points, or however many points they need to get to 1,000. And if they've hit that, don't stop. Get them to manager, and then get them to silver manager, and then teach them how to duplicate what you're doing for them, because that's where the magic is. You can help them get to manager, but if you do not teach them leadership and teach them how to duplicate and teach them how to teach somebody, then you're going to end up running 2 businesses. And we do not want that. You've got to build leaders and teach leaders. Okay. Number 6, and this is my favorite thing in the whole world to do, is shout out and celebrate your team for every little thing that you can find to shout them out for. It is contagious. Shout them out publicly. Shout them out on every page that you can possibly. I shout them out on my personal page. I put stuff in there about, and I use that. Like today, I put something like, "Are you ready to be a part of a winning team?" And I put all these flyers out about who had earned the salted caramel lean. I put Sandy, who's on here. She hit manager last week. Woo! Go Sandy. So I put that on my page, and I want people to see that my team is killing it. And when it's doing two things. It's making that person that you're shouting out feel empowered, but it's also creating curiosity to all these other people that may be looking for a side hustle. So that was my post. Are you ready to be a part of a winning team? So you want to make your people feel like nobody else makes them feel. Make them feel like $1,000,000. Shout them out everywhere. Do it on Facebook, on Instagram. Put them on vision calls with somebody. Put them on a call with somebody and just shout them out to that person. Celebrate them on calls. Do celebration calls. Put them in a messenger thread with a singular leader that inspires them, and brag on them. Tell them how amazing they've done this month. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a rank. Just put them on and celebrate them. And then, does everybody know where their striking distance report is and how to use that? Because that little report is gold. It is in your back office. If you go to reports, and let me see if I can do this. Because this is something that I don't think is utilized enough, because it's very confusing on how to use it sometimes. So if you go to your, let me see. I'll take y'all here. Let me see. Oh, shoot. I wasn't prepared for this. Obviously, y'all know me. So hang on. So let's go into, we're going to go into reports. And then we're going to drop down that volumes report all the way to the bottom where it says striking distance. So you're going to click on striking distance, and then you're going to come up here and you're going to change that number, and you're going to have to put in the number again. And I usually put 75%. And then this is going to tell me anybody who's 75% to manager, 75% to silver, 75% to gold, 75% to platinum, and you can just keep going. And if I had anybody, there's the Nancy Gerald. She is right there close to hitting director. So I'm going to call Nancy and I'm going to say, girl, come on. She may be on here, but you can see. So, and then you can put it down. You can do 50%. If you've got somebody, if you just want to see who's 50%, you can do that, and you can put it back on manager. I bet you there we go. Lori Buckley is close to hitting manager. So you use that report to find out who's close to hitting ranks, and then celebrate them, encourage them, shout them out, find a way to help them do the things that they need to do in order to get to those goals. So has anybody ever used that report before? Now you can. Yay. Okay. And it also tells you new rank advancements. So the one below that also, you can check that. Okay. Number 7. And this is probably the most important thing that I can tell you. And listen really close. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your team. The minute you tell yourself you're not going to get there, you won't. The minute you lose faith, you won't get there. The minute you start comparing yourself to somebody else, you ain't going to get there. Fight to the end and give it every single thing that you've got. If what you've been doing is not working, switch it up. Wake up on April 1st and say, there is nothing more that I could do. I did everything I could. When you lay your head on that pillow on March 31st, you lay your head down with confidence that you gave it everything you've got, and that there's not one more stone that you could have turned. And then you'll wake up, and whether you hit your goal or not, there is something to that just empowers you, that makes you feel good, and that momentum carries over to the next month. And there's a post that I remember seeing. I'm tired, said my body. I can't do it, said my mind. But I haven't made it, said my heart. So I'm going to keep going. So these last 7 days, go all in. Work your booty off. And I promise you, greatness awaits you. I know this is cliche, but how bad do you want it? How important are your dreams? What are you willing to do and sacrifice now for your future life? It's hard, but guess what? You know what I'm going to say. You can do hard things. Set a goal, break it down, and figure out a plan of attack to reach it. If you can't figure out that plan of attack, get in touch with your upline and help them and let them help you break it down and set that goal and figure out a plan, and then fight and work. You can't slow down. You can't stop. You've got to do the things. It's not going to happen by throwing a post up. I promise you. You're going to have to be proactive in hunting for the people that you want and doing all of these things that I just gave you. You are worthy of this. You are worthy of whatever goal that you set for yourself. You can achieve any goal that you set for yourself. I believe in you. I believe in every single one of you. You just got to believe in yourself, and you got to go to work, and you got to do it. So that's what I got for y'all tonight. All right. Jan, Greg, Christy.
I thought that was phenomenal, Melissa. Great tips. You guys, we still have, like she said, a lot of time left in the month. You know, go to work. I talked to so many people who are like, oh, I'm so discouraged. I've talked to everybody. I've followed up with everybody. You got to talk to more people. This is a numbers game. If you're waiting for the same 10 people that told you they were going to sign up last month as soon as they got paid, you're going to be waiting a long time. You know, great if they do, but talk to more people. Find a way to meet new people, and don't be afraid to reach out and get to know them. And I just loved all the tips. I have pages and pages of notes. So good job, Melissa. Jan and Greg.
Yeah, that was awesome. There we go. Thank you. Okay. We got the echo out. That was awesome, Melissa. The only thing I got to add is that I have lots and lots of thoughts came up, but somebody asked me the other day what we did to go executive. And Melissa talked about a lot of the things, and that seventh one, not give up. And hopefully all of you have seen the picture. There's a picture of there's a pack of dogs. And in the middle of that pack of dogs and is a fox. And he's doing everything he can to not be noticed, right? And his eyes are straight ahead and he's not looking to the side. And really, that's all the executive has done. We're just a manager that kept our eyes ahead and kept running and kept going, no matter what, how great the situation looked, how bleak the situation looked. It just didn't matter. We didn't worry about all of the periphery. And the one piece of advice that I've gotten from every executive that I've ever talked to since we started claiming executive a few years ago was just do the work and everything will follow, and stay constant, consistent, and persistent, and believe.
That's it.
Okay, and the last thing I want to add is find an accountability partner. Find somebody that's going to, iron sharpens iron. And I tell you, we are on with Melissa every morning, and we talk about what our goals are for the day, and we can call each other on, if there's something that we hear each other say, we'll call each other on it. And just because we know what her goal is, she knows what our goal is. And we know where our strengths are. We know what things we need to work on, and having that accountability partner, you guys, it's going to skyrocket your business. I'm telling you. And so, and then the other thing is get to events. That's where you rub shoulders. We met Melissa at an event. I can tell you that we went to our first Founders Club in Panama, and I watched Melissa. And I watched her and I listened to conversations that she was having. And never did I think in my mind that we were going to be great friends and be accountability partners someday. But I just watched what she had. I watched what she was doing. And I knew that she was someone that could challenge me to help grow my business, help grow my team, help lead my team. And anyway, plugged in with her and just, you know, connected at all these events. If we hadn't gone to the events, we wouldn't have met her. If we hadn't gone, you know, earned our Founders Club trips, we wouldn't have met her. We wouldn't have met Christy. And so can't tell you how important those are for you. We made our first big decision when we went to St. Louis. That's when we made the decision that we were going to build this business. And, you know, because we saw people walking across stage, ordinary people, and you can hear about it. You can talk about it. It's not the same as being there, just having, you know, other people pour into you and just that whole culture of what you get to see when you are at these events. And so it's not too late. If you have not signed up for it yet, you can still, you know, it's 2 weeks away, you can get there. And so put that on your agenda and make sure that you are hitting, we have 2 major events a year, you guys. And those, you know what the dates are, get them on your calendar and then clear everything else out. I'm telling you, it will catapult your business 6 months, at least 6 months ahead. And so, yeah, and then break it down. Like Melissa said, break down. Where do you want to be? We have a team of people that are doing a 90-day challenge, and they're breaking down what rank they're going after, and they're breaking down how much they have to do each day. And I'll tell you what, it's fun watching people share with each other and then help push each other to go after those ranks and go after those goals. But it's breaking it down and not, you know, like Melissa said, if you see, oh my gosh, I have 10,000 points to get, you know, and I only have 7 days. Oh, I have 10,000 points and I still have 7 days to do that. So how do I break that down? So anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. This is Melissa. You knocked it out of the park as always. And these are super notes that you guys can take with and apply them. Don't just read them, apply them.
Yep, that's it. All right. Well, thanks for joining us on this amazing Monday night. And I'm going to declare Ephesians 3:20 over all of you. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask because we honor him. His blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. You are in the right place at the right time. And I declare boldness to rise up in each one of you. God is going to open supernatural doors. People are going to seek us out, and we are going to rise in the ranks and give him the glory for it all. Love you guys.